Hello everybody, we're going to be starting off with a series of Cities XL. Now this is a game that I've been playing for a while now, since like 2011. I think it was 2011 was the first one that I started playing, and I probably started playing it around that same time. So I've got this nice little area here. As you can see, we named it the Great Falls. Nice little river running up the middle. It is kind of small, but I think we'll be okay with that. I will show you guys my other city eventually that has over 1 million inhabitants in it. But I'm thinking that we're going to go ahead and just start in this clear here and just kind of build around it and kind of go from there. We aren't spending anything, so we don't have to worry about money right yet. This may eventually turn into a highway or a freeway. But for now, this is just going to be the main strip, basically. Alright, so I like that. Doesn't give us a whole lot of room on this side, but this side it does. So we're going to definitely be starting out like a small city. I mean, we're going to have basically houses and work right next to each other. We can just walk right to work. So we'll let that build up. We're actually going to have to turn off the advanced mode or whatever it's called to get the power plant. Alright, so let's go and put in our city hall. Kind of wonder if I should put a cross street right here, just to kind of build out this area, maybe give a place for the town hall. I think we might do that. Let me see here. A little bit of a hill right here. Let's see here. That's not too bad. But I think we might do something where we actually connect it to that road. Something along those lines. Don't need two connections right yet. Maybe a little bit further up. Right there. Yeah, that'll work. We'll just run that down like that. That'll give us a little bit of a cross street. A little bit of a place to put our town hall. Right here. I think we're going to put it right on the corner. Like that. Okay, so now I actually need to go into settings and turn off this. I'm actually gonna, no, never mind. Alright, we don't need that. Okay. And we're gonna hit play, we're gonna hit pause, and then that should give us this. Now, where do we want to put this? Do we want to put this on the other side, behind? I mean, it doesn't give off any pollution, it doesn't do any of that, so... Is this flat up here? Mostly, yeah. That's crazy. Distracted. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just put it back maybe on this side. The only problem I'm seeing is if I ever have to widen this road out, it'd be a lot easier to delete like a shop or a house that's here rather than this and have to try and put this back in there. So I think we're gonna do that. Okay. So then we're gonna go back and turn on that mode. I just prefer this mode because it allows me to build the way I like to build, not the way the game wants you to build. Doesn't really take anything away, especially the way I build. As you notice, I don't really build more than I need until I need it, most of the time. Until I get, a bigger city where I know that I'm going to at least need like a 2-lane road or something, At that point, then I do. But, these early cities, you really don't have to worry about that too much. Alright, so we're at 2 by 5. I think that'll work. This may eventually become our downtown. Wow, that works perfectly. Yeah, we'll do that. And the only problem is we're gonna have a lot of intersections here, but that's alright. Usually at the beginning it's a lot of grid and a lot of the same stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and do these guys. Should we put them on the other side or should just kind of stack them up? Got this whole flat area. This is actually going to be a little while before we fill this up. So, and this is going to be mostly like an office manufacturing city. We're going to import heavy industry and all that stuff. So That's basically my strategy. I have a mod installed so that I can trade out with Omnicorp, and it's like actual more realistic stuff, realistic pricing. If you have the default settings, you can't play the way I play. So, speaking of offices, we also need to put some shops in while I'm thinking about it. So let's go ahead and do that. Maybe put a couple in on this side. I mean, this intersection, this road we're not going to worry about widening out for a while now. So we're going to go ahead and do the same 5. I'm going to put some on that side. Put some on that side, and then we're also going to put a little bit there. We're not going to build any manufacturing yet, just because I tend to build manufacturing on the outskirts of town. So I don't know where I want to do that yet, because I kind of picture the town kind of coming down and just splitting and coming across, around this kind of mountainous area. Alright, so we still have a lot of people needed. We're already on unemployment there. We should have more than enough of these guys. We're only at 1x, so that's good. Population, 52, look at us. So I might put some manufacturing, maybe kind of like in this area here. Maybe kind of like along here. This might be a freeway, if this city ever grows enough to do that. Kind of be a freeway that kind of comes down and maybe kind of curves around, maybe splits off here. I don't think there's really anywhere for it to go this way. Well, yeah, maybe have it kind of split off, maybe on the other side of the river and have it cross back. I don't know, we'll figure it out. We don't even need to be worrying about that right now. We just need to be worrying about our city core. So we're already over 100 people. Lots of unemployment. That's not a surprise. We don't really need it yet, but we do have unemployment, so I think we're going to put one of these guys in. Are you going to be nice to me and allow me? Yes. Awesome. So we got offices coming in. We've got people coming in. We've crossed the 200 people mark. This is actually quite crazy to me because I just was playing my city of like almost 1.3 million, and now I'm starting over again. And I like that map. That's the Great Lakes map, but unfortunately in Cities XL you can't use more than one map at a time. So, let's see, we're still 13% needed. Is that going to be enough? Oh, we're going to need them anyways. Should we just stack on top of that? Or should we go with here? I think we're going to go this way. Eventually I'll stop building so gritty, but this is just how I begin. It's usually how cities, especially when you look at downtowns and smaller cities, this is usually how it is. As you can tell, no need for traffic problems at all right now. In fact, I bet you most of these guys will be walking to work. Now, eventually, these offices might be replaced by housing, or the vice versa. Housing kind of replaced by offices, just depending on how things go, demand, and just how everything goes. So there's a slight hill over here, but I think we can get over that because it's pretty flat up to about here, and then we hit a pretty steep little mountain. I have a feeling that this is going to kind of mess with us on this side a little bit, but we'll be okay. So, look at that, we jumped. Oh, I've been putting in the wrong people. That would explain a lot. I'm like, wow, we jumped quick, and then I still seen the same number, and I realized what I had done. So, we're going to put in those guys. We might put in an apartment, but I don't think we're really going to go that route yet. We don't really need much in terms of shopping right now. We got that covered. I don't think we need medical until like 1,000 or 2. Yeah, they're happy with the way things are. Same with schooling. I think that's like 5 or 7,000. So we're pretty well set. Pretty well set. That's good to see. So we just gotta wait for these offices to come in. Yeah, it's a lot of back and forth when you first begin in the city. Of unemployment and needed jobs. It's just constantly goes back and forth. It's not until about like 300,000 people that it really starts stabilizing. So we're about to cross the, well, getting close to the 1,000 people mark. I don't just, you know, rush and build out an entire area real quick. You know, maybe later on when I actually need it, but right now we're just kind of letting things go as they please. We'll just speed up time just a little bit, because these will take a while to develop in at the beginning. So with this eventually I think we'll connect out of the city. I don't know if we can really get a road up over here. I don't know if it'd be worth it. That's pretty, sorry if I'm making you guys sick. I'm just trying to move the camera. That's just, I don't think so. I think it's just going to end out there. That's one thing you'll notice is I like to try and have the roads end somewhere. Doesn't always happen, but I like to try and do it wherever I can. And I just don't usually build roundabouts. I don't know why. They kind of are useless in this game just because of how difficult they can be to place and how limited options they have. You know, unlike something in SimCity where it's pretty easy to line those up exactly where you want it. Because what you end up doing is you end up cutting the road back, and then you kind of have to cut back a little bit more, and then you place it there, and then suddenly it's too far one way, so you have to curve the other road, and I always have trouble with them. So we're still on ×2. Do we need people? We need more skilled. I'm going to go and put in one apartment complex. Are these guys skilled? That's right, they're unskilled. These guys are skilled. So we're going to go and put in an apartment right here. Normally a small city like this probably wouldn't have this, but we're just going to do it just because I want to. So we're going to go and build out. If you notice I'm not really building anything along the road, I'm going to kind of keep this for the offices just because, I don't know, seems like people would want to live more off the main road anyways. 1 or 2. Let's go for 2. I mean, we're eventually going to need it. We don't really need it right now because if like 3 houses come in, that's going to knock it off real quick. Like as you can see, just that run row of housing helped us out pretty well. Pretty much got all the office space filled. So we're going to put some of that in there. What do you want? You looking for people? They are coming in. 1%. We actually might need a little bit more, surprisingly enough. 34% unemployment there, that's not very good. But what can you do? So I think we're going to put in one more shop right here. If someone would tell me how to get rid of those, I don't like those. So, I don't know if I want to build a bunch of connections to this road. I mean, back over here I did it, but I think I might keep like a little distance back away from it. It's very, very hilly. I didn't realize how much of a hill that this area was. And of course this game doesn't handle those very well, as you can see. That actually isn't too bad, surprisingly enough. That's not too bad either. It's like the best I've seen the game do with hills. Most of the time it's like, you know, all or nothing. It's a pretty steep little hill. Alright. So we really shouldn't be having any traffic issues. We're getting a little yellow here, surprisingly enough. Is that freight trucks? Probably, yeah, freight trucks. Must be coming from... wait. Oh, pedestrian, okay. I just took a quick glance. It's like, wait, why are freight trucks coming from the house? Yeah, freight trucks are going to the offices. Dropping off papers and whatnot, I guess, what it is. I actually didn't realize that they still came in, even when you don't import or export anything. Okay, wow, we need more skilled. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put them there. Do we have enough for another row here? Ooh, okay. Knock that back one. We'll put in 2 more there. So at least we were able to squeeze in 4 there. So that's basically to the edge there. Yeah, we know. We got people coming in. They might be wanting a hospital now. We're at 1,000 people. Growing pretty quickly, actually. But no, they're still good. Do they want leisure yet? Leisure is the thing that kills me in this game. I used to do pretty good with it, but I don't know, recently I just haven't been, so I think prematurely I'm gonna just put in this. We're making some pretty good amounts of money. We probably could start exporting some stuff. As you can see here, some of the other cities, these were actually ones I was just messing around with, seeing what the maps look like, because I've only really remember the Great Falls because that's the one I usually play on the most. So we're doing pretty good there. You can always build a bunch of people and just export the people. I don't know if that's considered slavery or what, but it is kind of odd. It is there. So are we still on 2 times? We're still on 2 times. I did not realize that. That's why we're building a little bit quicker. So we're gonna go and put in another office space area here. Yeah, I don't know, build offices along the main road, just so that way if traffic ever improves, don't have to really worry about knocking out too many people. Like I knock out the jobs, but don't really have to worry about knocking out people. So roads should be still doing okay. Yeah, they're doing great. It won't be until we start, just picking one area and just putting offices and then kind of building people on the outskirts. That's when we will definitely start seeing the traffic issues. So, I think we're about 1,500, going strong, 2%. Do we have any more of them coming in? Not really. So let's go and put in another plot of them. Do that right here. Let's build 2 rows like that. Okay. I think this has been fairly flat, right? Yeah, like almost perfectly flat. The little kid. What's he doing walking on the street on his own? Look at that. Who lets their kid do that? He's quite small too. That's crazy. Okay. Those guys are coming in. We filled up that office space already. That's pretty crazy. We've almost got 2,000 people. Let's make sure that they don't want anything else yet. Because I honestly can't remember the numbers. We already took care of the leisure, so I don't need to look at that. If that was the case, it's already taken care of, already done. So, guess put in a little bit more offices. Should we build a little bit more back? We got a little bit of a hill here. It's gonna be interesting to build through. How's that gonna look? That's gonna be okay. Do we really want to do that? No, I think we're gonna settle for 2 right now. We're not gonna overdo ourselves. So maybe the 4th one? No, we're gonna go a lot farther than that. Let's see, that's 2 more. So maybe like 5 to 8 rows down is gonna be our next cross street. If we're gonna build like this, we definitely want to, think about that. We can't just have one road and then have them all go up these small little roads. That's not going to work. So we're on 1 times. We're at 9%. Let's just go ahead and build this guy. Maybe along this road here. Well, yeah, why not? Have a nice little hotel. So we've got 2 hotels. We got a little bit more run down and a little bit more nicer of one. Okay. So it's going pretty well. I think we're about to cross. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Do we need more people? Yeah, we need more people. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this. Should we build 4? Let's go ahead and build up there. Let's go ahead and do that. make sure that they looked a little off, but it was just the angle. Okay. No, they were a little off. Look at that. Huh. Maybe I didn't click the right spot. Let's try that again. Did I delete you? Well, now I did. Sorry guys, you just build your house and I delete it right away. What the heck? If I build straight off of there? Okay, that's weird. Must have been... This game has some weird bugs in it a lot of the time. A lot of the time you're just like, what the heck just happened? So we're gonna put another apartment in right there. Not really needed right now because we got plenty of space. We probably got tons of people who don't really need an apartment. We don't really need a major amount of people. Pretty easy to catch up if we're low on anybody. So, let's see here. I've never actually noticed that before. Huh. That's interesting. Alright. Obviously don't need unskilled. We got a pretty good unemployment rate. Surprisingly enough, it is growing now we have more people coming in. But we do have more jobs coming in as well. We just crossed 2,000 people. And do we need medical yet? Yes, we do. So, where do we want to put it? I want to put it where it's going to affect the most people. So maybe right along the road here. Yeah, that'll work. It should get far enough back. Don't think we need a school yet. No. What about leisure? How is that doing? It's doing good. Okay. Good to see. So we got 2,000 people. We got a nice steady growth. Everything seems to be doing pretty good in this city. So yeah, definitely stick around guys if you want to continue watching this. If you like this, hit the like button. If you want to see more, go and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.